What is your opinion on her 9 tails over there being fully made of fabric material, hairy material as I call it? Hi and welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven with your weekly figure news fix. This time around 30th of March to 4th of April. So the first quarter of 2026 is gone, just like that. For this week, we actually have a lot of figures on pre-order on both genuine and third party side. And after you're done with this video, please do not forget to check out my Nikkei figure unboxing video if you have not done so yet. The one I published just 2 days ago. Check out that 1x4 scale Cinderella. I love it so much. So for this week's figure pre-order highlights, we have a very hairy Azur figure, and you guys already know which one I'm referring to. Also, we have Blue Archive Madness. So many Blue Archive figures. More on the third party side compared to the genuine side, but we will check them out one by one. So without further ado, let's move on to Hobby Link Japan for our first section. Genuine, licensed PVC anime figures, and the first section 1x4 skills. This is a quick mention, Brown Dust 2 Eclipse by Tri-Eagles Studio. Pre-order opened 2 weeks ago. We already discussed that on OzGK, now available in HLJ for 138,000 yen. For fans of Brown Dust 2, and if you have deep pockets, go and get one. This is beautiful. I like it a lot. Just that, even after collecting anime figures for 16 years by now, I have not yet reached the level of spending 6 digits money in Japanese yen for an anime figure yet. Maybe that will happen one day, maybe, but I'm not quite at that level yet. So let's move on to the new stuff this week. The first one here, yep, that hairy Azur figure, Shinano. Visions of Fantasy. 1x4 scale frieren B style, 40,000 yen, November release. Each time when frieren makes an Azur 1x4 scale, I have to ask the same question, will she bargain bin or not? And most likely people will say, no, it will not happen because this is a very popular character. Absolutely. The problem is, the more popular a character is, the more likely frieren is going to overproduce it. Okay, so I am not going to bring up what the market value is like after release. For now, my main topic for this figure is the hairy part. What is your opinion on her 9 tails over there being fully made of fabric material, hairy material as I call it? Because to me, it looks really weird, but at the same time, I understand why frieren did it. Because if those 9 tails over there were made from solid material, which is what I would personally prefer, this figure is going to cost at least 60,000 yen, if not more, because the cost needed to make the molds and the metal cast, just to injection mold those PVC parts and paint it later on, it is very expensive. And it is not like you can make that one single part in one huge block. There will be several parts being joined together, and then you need to figure out how to manage the seam lines, stuff like that. So when you use something made from fabric, maybe with cotton stuffed inside, and they are obviously made in China, this is something so cheap to manufacture, right? Have you seen the keychains that may be sold in convenience stores, in gift stores? Sometimes there are some fancy stuff with all the hairy stuff hanging around something cute. Like Labubus even, yeah, hairy stuff. This is like half Labubu, half Azur figure over here, right? Those materials are really cheap. And how much does a Labubu cost? Is it like $15 to $25 each, depending on the size and other factors? Of course, I'm not factoring in the rare ones, but yeah, Labubus are not that expensive. Even Nandroids cost more, right? So when you see an actual Labubu figure and how the outer material is this hairy thing, I would bet that it is the same material over here. So it is very low cost for frieren. They can maintain their huge, fat, healthy profit margins over here. For me, I don't like it because it looks weird when almost half of a huge 1x4 scale PVC figure is made of fabric and hairy stuff rather than solid PVC. It seems like the two materials don't blend really well. Of course, this is a subjective opinion. On the other hand, if you look at those smaller 1x7, 1x6 scale PVC figures like Azur figures, some of them they are wearing a fur coat, right? And the fur part, the white color part, is made of actual hairy material, just like this one over here. For those kind of scenarios, they look fine because the hairy stuff, the furry part, is only a very small part of the figure. This is like 1/3 or half of the figure is hairy. So yes, I prefer it cleanly shaven, but in this case, I'm not sure what to think. I feel conflicted. Like, yes, they had to do this, or nobody is going to be able to afford the figure. I get it. But what is your take on this? I would love to hear your opinion. In the end, if you want a 1x4 scale Shinano figure, what other options do you have? I think Alpha Max has one, right? And slightly cheaper, like 36,000 yen. I might be wrong, but should be cheaper than this, if not the same price, the one by Alpha Max. And Alpha Max is an excellent figure brand, right? So do not discount that option. Personally, I would go for the Alpha Max one, but the Alpha Max one, I think she's lying flat on the ground, and I'm not a fan of those kinds of figures either because they take up too much space compared to a standing figure like this. Moving on to the next one here, a re-release of FGO Saber Eltria Pendragon, 36,000 yen, September release. Is it worth getting? Yes, absolutely. As long you are not a content creator, not a YouTuber like me, buying re-releases is a very good idea in general. For us content creators, it is a bit of a disadvantage in the sense that, yeah, other people have already purchased the figure years ago and made multiple videos on it, so you need to compete with those older videos, and more than often, if you are a few years late or even a few months late, you can't win. Yeah, you just take that 500, 1,000 views and suck it up. That's the reality of being a content creator. But for everyone else, the average collector, a re-release is always worth it because they have already made the mold, the metal cast I mentioned earlier. They made it years ago at a lower cost, and they passed the savings to those of you who are the collectors out there. If this figure is brand new today, this would be at least 50 to 55,000 yen. I mean, check out the latest FGO 1x4 scale figures by frieren. They all start with the digit 5, 50,000 yen, right? And with this saber, we have armor, we have metallic paint. 50k is the bare minimum if this were a new figure today. So get one if you like her. For me, I absolutely want one. It is such an embarrassment of a FGO fan over here to not have a 1x4 scale saber. But yeah, Nikkei just robbed me dry very recently. Moving on to the next one, this is a quick mention. We are now in 1x6 scale territory. So this figure of Silpha from reincarnated as 7th Prince. I haven't watched season 2 yet. I only finished season 1. Yeah, this freaking hot Silpha figure, go and get one if you like her. By Hakori Iwi Musume, 23,000 yen. I covered this on Ami almost 2 weeks ago, and then HLJ only put her on pre-order literally today on Friday, 2 weeks later. So yeah, slightly cheaper than Ami's price, I think, but not that big of a deal. Just only a few hundred yen of difference. Ami put her on a discount, right, for our early bird pre-order discount. Up next, 1x6 scale. Okay, the other Idolmaster shiny color figure, which I brought up last week. I thought it was already on pre-order, but not yet apparently. Kuwayama Guardian. Yeah, sounds like Gardenia bread to me. White pearl version, 30,000 yen. January 2027 release for 30,000 yen. Yeah, expensive, but looks really nice. You know, I'm so biased in the sense that if I'm looking at this figure right now and the brand name over there is Good Smile or Alter, I would be like 30,000 yen makes sense. And then I see Union Creative, too expensive. But yeah, most figure brands, right, they charge around the same amount of money for the how many parts you're dealing with in an anime figure. The more complex a figure is, it means there are many parts, the more expensive it is. And most figure companies, they have a very similar price range, right? Difference of 2,000-3,000 yen across companies maybe, but not a big difference. But they are not equal. some companies do it better than others when it comes to quality control. So until today, I still have a bit of doubt on Union Creative, but they have indeed gotten better in the recent year or two. Next up, re-release, right? Union Creative calls it renewal package version because the packaging is different. To Love Through Darkness Miya Kurosaki Darkness version, 16,500 yen, November release. I am a big fan of To Love Ro. I still am today, but I have lost my passion for their figures. I have a bunch of To Love Ro figures at home, by the way, and most of them I've never reviewed on this channel because I bought them long ago, before this channel even existed. So I'm actually wondering, should I sell them or should I keep them? They are Alters figures, right? Not Union Creative. For this version over here, yes, get it. Once again, re-releases are worth it. If you don't mind being behind everyone else by 2 or 3 years, go and get it. Moving on to the next one over here by Hanabi. We are now in 1/6 scale original characters section. Hanabi is a Chinese brand and upcoming brand. They have already released quite a number of low budget figures out there. And it was since late last year, very recently, they started getting into premium scale figures. So it remains to be seen if they can pull it off without any QC issues. Well, it is a Chinese brand we're talking about. Most of them are quite decent. I wouldn't call them excellent, but decent, right? So we'll see. This is Angel's Holy Water Milia illustrated by Sue, deluxe edition with a wall scroll, 21,500 yen. Original character is all about whether you like the character design or not. Standard version without the wall scroll is 18,800 yen. Well, I would love to review it at least, but I can't decide if I like the character design. It is just, big melon anime girl, right? And someone in my Discord server was just complaining about how we are getting way too many original character figures nowadays. I mean, that is how you reduce the price of an anime figure, because the licensing cost from an independent freelance artist is a lot cheaper than licensing it from a big corporate company like Kadokawa and their Blacks, whatever can think of, KyoAni, yeah. So the low budget figure brands and even the mid-range figure brands, they are going all out with original characters for this reason. Right, moving on to the next one. Okay, we have some low budget stuff, original characters. 1/6 scale, plain girl with flashy underwear deluxe edition. With a wall scroll, 10,000 yen. Yeah, that backside over there, plop, plop, plop. I get it, but yeah, she's hot for sure, but even though this is a perfectly safe for work figure, if I were to review this figure on YouTube, yes, it is going to trigger the YouTube's content safety AI. Gonna trigger that for sure. It is very sensitive to any backside, regardless of skin color. Even a gray prototype, unpainted prototype can trigger it as well. AI nowadays are quite something. So 10,000 yen only for DX version, and the standard version is 9,000 yen without the wall scroll. So not a big price difference, I suppose. And yeah, you buy it for the backside. I suppose that if they screw up the face, you won't even care because all you care about is the backside. Yeah, go and get one if you like her. Moving on to the next one. I'm not sure if that is a misspelling or her name is indeed Son Evor. How to pronounce that? Definitely not Sony. Deluxe edition by Kiwi Toys. No scale mentions over here. 12,900 yen, while the standard version is like under 10k. No, 11,000 yen. Then it is not worth it. Get the DX one because you're getting so much extra stuff over here for an additional 2,000 yen or so. Quite the bargain. So what are you getting? A keychain, a wall scroll, and what is that on the bottom left? Because it looks like a Tenga cup to me. I know it isn't, but it looks like one to me. I have a dirty mind. I can't help that, right? That is a lot of detail for 13,000 yen figure. So this is something you might want to keep an eye on or even pre-order it early. Kiwi Toys is another Chinese brand that makes low budget original character figures. they are not making that many figures compared to Animaster or even Hanabi, so they are kind of like an underdog in a way. Not that well known, but we'll see. I've yet to review anything from them. They've already released some figures in the market. Moving up next, what we have here. Okay, this is a quick mention. Pre-order opened last week in Ami. Now available in HLJ. Little Succubus Chili-chan by Animaster, 9,800 yen over here. Nice. Next up, right, Blue Archive 1/7 scale. This is Naru. Yeah, Mikamo Naru. Call sign double O. She has a flat chest. Why is this called double O when she does not have any double O's on her chest? Only double dots. 23,200 yen February release. I did not script this, by the way. All of my thoughts, my comments over here they're all spontaneous coming out from my brain. So my brain needs to work really fast when I comment on all these new figures every week. I like it a lot, but I am a bit skeptical about a floating figure like this being supported with only one metal rod. Yes, I know that the figure won't be heavy, it will be very lightweight in fact, because Good Smile uses a lot of ABS in their figures. They cut down on the PVC content, which is why sometimes when you buy a new figure and then the figure is this big, this tall, but it is way lighter than expected, a lot of ABS. That is actually a good thing. ABS is less likely to distort under heat, so less leaning issues, and it is also a tougher material in general. Yeah, I don't think I have to worry about one single metal rod supporting her. Just that, speaking of Mikamo Naru, I still prefer the embarrassed face version by Spiritel, where she's in a bunny suit on some kind of chair, right? That figure is really expensive now. 25 to 30,000 yen minimum, maybe more than that. Yes, I really regretted not pre-ordering that one. I'm quite selective with my Blue Archive stuff because unlike Nikkei, which I like a lot of the characters, I think the characters that I like in Blue Archive are way more limited, restricted to the same few characters. So should you get this one? Hell yeah. I mean, what are your other choices out there other than the Spiritual one, which has gone up in market value? I think this is the next best one after that version by Spiritual, so go for it. Next up over here, we have Blue Archive Asuna School version, Memorial Lobby version by Good Smile, 17,000 yen, March release, 2027, of course. And, yeah, not touching this one. You see, I do like Asuna Ichinose's design a lot. Yeah, I do like Gyaru girls actually. At the same time, I am so content with my Max Factory Bunny version that I don't see myself buying a different figure of Asuna unless we get her in some nice rifle. Yeah, Mega House made one, but that version of Asuna looked very bulky, like she's extra fat or something, so I did not like the Mega House one. Some of you did like her, but me not so much. So I'm keeping my Max Factory version for now. And this is like a budget option, a legit budget option for those of you who do not want to pay 20 plus or even 30,000 yen for a scale figure, but you like Asuna a lot. This is one of the cheaper Asuna scale figures out there, for sure. Moving on to the next one. Oh yeah, Ana Yanami. Come on, give us season 2 already. I think it has been confirmed, just that I have no idea when it will be airing. Losing Heroines, Ana Yanami swimsuit version by Good Smile, almost 16,000 yen. Releasing this December. Yeah, nice swimsuit. I like this kind of body proportions, you know. No giant melons on the chest. Just glassy, pretty girl in a swimsuit with with an ordinary human being's body proportions. I love figures like this, even though they are just a plain swimsuit. And the pose is attractive. Nice photographs too. Now I can't decide which one I like best. The Aniplex one, the Good Smile one, the Kotobukiya one. There are quite a lot of figures of her when it comes to scale figures. Moving on to the next one, we have a re-release of Hatsune Miku Happy 16th Birthday version re-release. 26,700 yen May release. Yep, this one is really expensive. I think the aftermarket is like 40,000 yen. So Good Smile went ahead and re-release it. If you want it, better pre-order it. right? You know the Scarlet figure that I pre-ordered the re-release after almost regretting not pre-ordering the first release. The re-release now is also sold out. So the same thing might happen to this Miku figure because from what I'm aware of, this Miku figure is extremely popular despite her flaws. And what flaw am I talking about? The difficulty in assembling it, and some people accidentally broke it. Yeah, the parts behind her. So be patient and take extreme caution when you assemble a figure. I do have a patience issue myself. Yeah. Moving on to the next one over here. From 1x7 Skills Come of the Brave Aki Jogamine by Kadokawa, 20,000 yen February release. Yep, get this one on Ami Ami because the Ami Ami exclusive version has an extra faceplate. Kadokawa does this all the time, not just Kotobuki. Yeah. So, yep, this angry face over here. And this is a seasonal anime that I'm aware of its existence. Just that, yeah, I tried previewing episode 1, did not really like it. Felt like watching a 1990s anime in some way. You know, the art style is not my thing. Feels a bit classic. Anyways, 25k for the limited version is very expensive for a simple figure like this. Kadokawa calls it a special set because other than an extra faceplate, you are also getting a special rubber mat, 600 by 300 millimeters. Oh, that is big. Alright, up next, another Kadokawa figure which you should get on Ami Ami, 21,000 yen Suzumiya Haruhi 20th anniversary version, February release next year. And limited version is almost 26,000 yen. Ouch. Special set, you are getting extra face plates and extra ponytail. Oh, okay, you can display her with a different hairstyle. I did not scroll through the pictures. And then there is a rubber mat as well. Okay, so Suzumiya Haruhi is legendary. If you have been watching anime for the past 5 or even 10 years, you may have not heard of it, right? This anime, I think the first season aired in 2006, so now 2026 is 20th anniversary. Season 2 was really infamous, year 2008, where the first 8 episodes, they call it the Endless 8 or something like that, where because of Haruhi's ability to reverse or rewind time travel, the first 8 episodes were just recycling the same thing over and over, and then yes, Haruhi is not a human at all. She can control and manipulate time, though she does it without realizing it, something like that. So I have to wonder what people were thinking about this anime, what their reactions were back then when the first 8 episodes were just recycles of the same thing. And fun fact, Haruhi was my first ever anime figure. It was a bootleg, but my first figure ever. I was a Gunpla guy up until around 2009, 2010. Yep, year 2009 or so. No, I played with Gunpla. I built Gunpla until the early 2010s, but my first foray into anime figures was way back in 2008 or so, where I bought a bootleg and it was Haruhi. And I loved Haruhi so much. By right, I should be getting a genuine figure of her, but you know, back then, I couldn't get the genuine figure of Haruhi because I could not afford it. I was just right out of high school with no money, and it was also rare because the figure came out like months or even years ago. So by today, I look at this Haruhi figure, which has everything I want in a Haruhi figure. Her in her sailor uniform and sitting on a school desk feels very anime, something to see straight out from the anime series. Yet, looking at the price of 26,000 yen, yeah, that is not cool at all. Of course, I can buy a pop-up red L, but this is nostalgic when I look at her. Yeah. Moving on to the next one here from Full Wheel and Phoenix, we have Kurumi Tokisaki, Witch style version from Dates Alive 5, 22,000 yen. Price is reasonable. December release. They just have to keep spamming Tokisaki Kurumi. Meanwhile, Toka Yatogami, Yoshinon, a few other characters are not getting enough justice. They do have figures, but not as many as Kurumi. Please give us a white screen. Yes, standing next to her with a mirror pose, so she will be facing the other side, but in the same outfit, but different color. and same pose. That would be amazing. Give us a figure of White Queen. So far, who made a figure of White Queen? The expensive ones. Prime One Studio, I think, and E-Stream, right? Shibuya Scramble figure has a figure of White Queen. We need budget figures of her. Next up over here, Doro Hedoro Nikaido Devilization Progress version. 22,000 yen by Medicos, December release. Okay, I have no idea what this thing is. Just that I know that there is a new season airing right now. Like literally this month, first episode is out. And no, just by looking at the character's design, I'm not watching it. Not my kind of thing. This looks like JoJo Bizarre's adventure style of anime, if I have to guess. Big yandere face over there. Moving up next from Kotobukiya, we have Temari Sukimura 1/7 scale Luna Say Maybe. From Aimas Gakuen, 22,000 yen, November release. Yep. Koto stuff are not cheap nowadays. That's a plain disc base for 22k. But they also need to pay for the licensing fees, I suppose. Heck, no Idolmaster fans, they are a very passionate bunch of people, right? They would eat this thing up, just like the limited figures of Aima's characters from Mega House. I've always regarded them to be on the overpriced side of things, but guess what? They would eat them up, yeah. Moving on to the next one, what's this? Kotobukiya, Dr. Willy, and Dr. Light. Oh, Oshi Works low budget figures from Mega Man 11. Ah, Mega Man, okay. I haven't watched much classic anime, so no comment. The only classic anime which I was a really big fan of, at least in the past, was the original Digimon series, including 02 and 03 Tamers. Yeah, and 04 Frontiers as well. Right, up next, we are now in low budget figure territory. The first one here, Furyu Tenitol Tol Falin, classical mid style, 10,000 yen, October release. These are huge figures for 10,000 yen. Totally worth the money if you like it. And on the other half side, yep, we have Marcel 10,000 yen October release. And this is exactly what I was trying to say with Tokisaki Kurumi earlier, the one by Furyu and Phoenix as well. You see here we have Falin and Marcel, no, I wouldn't say the same pose, but similar pose, same outfit, and they can be displayed together. They will look great together. Their pose will complement each other. So I think that Kurumi earlier, if we can have White Queen next to her, that would be very nice. Yeah. Tenitol dolls are easy to recommend, right? I think they are better buys than pop-up parades in general. Next up, we have Nintama Rantaro, Invincible Master of the Dokutake Ninja, Hansuke Doi by Union Creative, 12,000 yen, small figure, October release. Yeah, I remember seeing this one in One Fest a couple of months back. And here we have Fate Unity, the Idolmaster Gakuen by Mega House. 12,000 yen for a trio of chibi figures is actually not bad. And yeah, I forgot who was it, but yeah, you told me you pre-ordered one, right? You really liked it. You told me in my Discord server. This is adorable for sure. Like, I wouldn't mind having it on my desk as a display piece. Next up, what do we have here? Mega House, I think. Yeah, the last few figures are from Mega House. I just grouped them together, even though it is a mix of low budget and expensive figures. So this next one here is expensive. Naruto Gales, Naruto Shippuden, Ino Yamanaka. A re-release for almost 20,000 yen, September release. So this figure apparently is insane in aftermarket value. I did not know how much she was going for, but someone posted in my server once again, and she was like 140,000 yen. What the F? Which idiot would pay 100,000+ yen for this thing? I have no idea, but yes, some websites are selling her for that much. Wow. This is already overpriced at 20,000 yen in my opinion, because Mega House non-scale figures from this Naruto series, they are quite small. They are actually roughly the equivalent of 1/8 scale. And there are people out there paying 6-digit money for it. Next up over here, we release as well Desktop Real McCoy Dragon Ball Z, 05 Son Goku, and Chi Chi. Limited reprint version, 13,000 yen. Yeah, bike plus two figures, 13,000 yen because it is tiny. I remember this one very well. Releasing in October. Next up, Mega House Melty Princess Ram from ReZero, 8,000 yen, August release. Yep, tiny figures as you can see. For people living in very tight apartments but want a figure of their favorite waifus. Next up, we release again Mega House GEM Naruto Shippuden Tenohira Kakashi Sensei, 7,500 yen, tiny figure once again. Oh, they don't have a picture of him on the hand. Releasing in September. And the last one here on HLJ is also a re-release, Mega House Gyo-san. And this looks terrible. her, not her, his legs, or rather knees, right? Looks like two rectangular blocks of, Roblox. It looks terrible. I would rather you buy a price figure at this point. Though Mega House figures will have better paintwork, like way better. Now we move on to Ami for some exclusive items. And before I proceed, if you're enjoying this video, please do not forget to give this video a like and subscribe to this channel for more anime figure content every week. Also, if you see a link appear on the top right corner of this video, or you want to support this channel in any way, you can make use of my links down in the description below for HLJ and OSGK, and that is how you support this channel. For every figure you purchase or pre-order over there, I take a small commission and you're paying the same exact price. It is not like you're paying extra, right? Yet you contribute to the content creator who is making content online. Right, so continuing where I left off, we have Melty Princess again by Mega House, and this is an Ami exclusive. Roxy Barrel Lake version. Wow, they're really milking Roxy over here because Roxy, yeah, I think she's way more popular than that red-haired gorilla. If you know who I'm referring to, I think Roxy is more popular. 9,350 yen releasing in September 2026. Oh, this is easy money for them, huh? They just had to remove her stockings, and it is a new figure, and they just had to slap a limited edition label on it, and people will queue up for it. Yeah, this is once again tiny figure. For people who may be living in a dog cage or something. I feel bad when I say that because there are people who are actually living in such conditions in Hong Kong, for example, those tiny apartments for the impoverished people. Yeah, I meant it as a joke, but people out there are people who live in such conditions, which is really sad. But I'm moving on to the next one here. Ami exclusive again. Mega House Lucria Gakuen Aimas Kotone Fujita 27,500 yen at 1/7 September 2026 release. Now this is a very nice figure of Kotone Fujita. But if you are not happy about that plastic rod up her right knee over there, then wait for other figures of her by other brands. If you checked out the recent Wonder Festival, there are so many new figures of Kotone Fujita on the way. So you don't necessarily need to get this version. Though, if there's a reason I can think of why you should get this one is that the value might appreciate after release. It is an exclusive after all, and there is a small chance the value may go up, just like that 100,000 yen Naruto figure earlier. Next up, oh, my childhood, man. You know, when I was in both primary and secondary school or high school, we call it secondary school over here. Big fan of Digimon. I had a lot of gashapons of Digimon characters, both genuine and bootleg. And I have always wished, prayed to the gods even, that I wanted a scale figure, like a big figure. Can be scale figure, can be action figure, I did not care. Of Omegamon, Dukemon, or Gallantmon, Wargreymon, and also this Belzamon over here. And now, like 15 years later, where my focus is now on something else, Mega House is pumping out all these amazing Digimon figures, which I absolutely could not spare any additional budget for. And to make things worse, their value is guaranteed to go up after release. Yes, so bad. It was so bad to the extent where Mega House had to re-release some of them. And that is not enough to push the prices down. Yeah. Angel Woman, I think Angel Woman got a few re-releases, right? At least two re-releases by now. War Greymon, the value went, not War Greymon, Metal Greymon, the value went up as well. It was crazy. Yeah. So now I look at this Belzamon on the bike. Man, I want it so much, but it is 40,000 yen. I mean, my Cinderella cost a lot more, but still, I don't have any budget to spare for Digimon, which is very sad. And I know that this thing is going to go up to 60, 80,000 yen even after release. So pre-order it if you want it, right? Moving on to the next one, Mega House Ami exclusive again, Dorgo Hedoro Kaiman. Okay, whatever this thing is, it is almost 18,500 yen, releasing in October 2026. Well, if you love the game Biohazard, you might like this. Yeah. Moving on to the next one here. This is for you, those of you who love furry stuff. Beastars Legacy. Mega House, also Ami exclusive. 14,000 yen, releasing in October. This October. That is pretty fast. Okay, no comments from me. We have a long way to go, man. Moving on to the next one. Okay, this one at the time of filming this video is not yet available on HLJ, not an exclusive. Hatsune Miku Little Bird version. That sounds kind of dirty, at least in my local slang over here. 1x7 scale, 20,000 yen, January 2027 release. Little bird version because she is surrounded by little birds and she is sitting on the bird nest. Fine. Yes, in local slang over here in my country, little bird also means small PP. So, this is cute, but the name is a bit questionable to me. Moving on to the next one. Okay, the next few figures, quite a number of them, they are from Ami's mature content section. The first one here is Hyoma Original Characters Moso Ties 44. Guri-chan Tapestry Set Edition at 36,300 yen by Hot Venus. Great figure brand. December release. Yeah, Hot Venus stuff, easy to recommend. Go and get it if you like it. For this one, yeah, she's fine to me. I love my JKs undressing themselves in the classroom. Why not? And yeah, she comes with extra face plates too. Moving on to the next one here. This is a cheaper version, 33,000 yen. Not a big price gap over there. Without the bonus items, I assume. And here we have big milk jugs again. I really hate figures like this. But yeah, I understand that there are people out there who love them. Seibo Kaitai Inran Do M Kyonyu Mama. I think this is from a H anime. I think I've seen it before even. Mizuki Kirimiya 1x5 scale by Q6. 29,500 yen with a wall scroll. Alright. There's a cheaper version, right? A few thousand yen cheaper without a wall scroll. Q6 is they have been around for very long, at least a decade, if not longer, and they are known for making big Sugoi Dekai figures like this one, and their pricing tend to be on the reasonable side of things compared to Native Rocket Boy and every other brand related to them because yeah, Q6 stuff, how do I put it? I think the PVC content is higher. Their figures feel heavy. Remember what I mentioned about Good Smile figures earlier? Very lightweight because of high ABS content. And then if you were to hold up a Kotobukiya figure or even a Q6 figure, similar size to compare it to a figure by Good Smile, you feel that like the Kotobukiya or the Q6 figure is a lot heavier because the PVC content is a lot higher. And that is how they keep the price under control to some extent because PVC is cheaper than ABS. So back to this figure over here, 1x5 at 30k is, yeah, it is a good price, but this is already higher than usual for a Q6 figure. Q6 figures, they tend to be between 23 to 25,000 yen, but I suppose that the yen is depreciating, so this can't be avoided. And there is a 10th version at the same price. Yep, and each of these figures, they have a cheaper version without the wall scroll. I'm not opening the tabs because there are too many of them. Moving on to the next one, we have Native 1x6 Masahiro Kure Original Characters Girl in Buff Bathing version. 34,650 yen for this. And we are not even getting a full bathtub, just a quarter of it. Yes, to me it is very expensive, but Native is like one of the top three best brand among edgy figures. Top three. Yeah. So you still need to pre-order it if you want it. You don't have a choice because the value is guaranteed to go up after release as well. Unless unless they screw up in an epic way that made the value go down. It did happen a few times in the past, but recently I haven't heard of this happening to Native figures. Yeah. Moving on to the next one. Okay, this is a cheaper version at 29,000 yen and 700 yen. Oh, cushion version. See, I'm so blind. Right in front of me, the bathtub is no longer there, and yet it took me a while to realize the bathtub is missing. Not worth it because I feel like the name of the figure is already in the bath, yet she's not in the bathtub. You know what I mean? So get the DX version. Next up over here, haha. Last week, I covered this figure on HLJ, and you could only get the regular version on HLJ. And my theory back then was that there is an 18 plus deluxe version. Yep, here we go. It is on Ami Ami, Sean Elfin Chinese dress version, special edition, 1/6 scale. This one is castable, top and bottom. 35,640 yen, very expensive. Like an additional 10,000 yen compared to the regular one. Maybe getting an entire torso, extra parts. December 2026 release by Charm. Next up, we have Feeding a Cow by Bedroom Honey, a relatively new 18 plus figure brand from China. 18,800 yen releasing in February 2027. No, too big for me. As usual, too big for me, not my kind of figure. And our last stop, Ninin Game, yep, for Beeful Insight Forts Japan figures. Only three of them this week. The first one is by Forts Japan apostrophe safe for work version. Definitely not safe for work. Citrine Chan's swimsuit is at its limits. Okay, 22,000 yen at 1/6 gear releasing in October. Too big. And here is a Hadaka version by Insight at the same price, October release as well. And the last figure on the genuine side for this week is LeBerry 1/6 scale Maho Shoujo on duty. Hehe. 22k at 1/6 releasing in October as well. So that is all for genuine figures on pre-order this week. Moving on to third-party resin figures on OSGK. Alright, quite a lot of stuff as well. And our first section, as usual, is chibi figures, except we don't have any Anyas this week. We do have a very nice Cartetia chibi figure by Star Language Studio, $100. June release, and the height is actually quite big, right? What's the height? Oh, 15 cm. Yep. Actually close to the size of an Nendoroid when I think about it because of the horse, right? Without the horse, it should be like 10 cm Nendoroid size. Just that you will never see this level of detail on an Nendoroid, the hair over here. Yeah. This is probably the first chibi Cartetia figure. I haven't seen any yet. Next up, original characters section. We have Neko Nest Studio, Yukino Mifuyo. There are quite a number of figures of her, both by genuine and third parties, right? This is Unsociable Widow Snow Woman and the Cursed Ring 2. $138. There are two versions, purple coat or blue coat. Releasing, no release date yet. Let's have a look. 138 bucks is okay, but I feel like it is not worth it because try and look for the other options available out there. I mean, I couldn't remember the brand or what the figure looks like, but I know there are at least a few other figures of her. A quick search in OSGK and you may be able to find the other options, assuming they're still available. And oh, orange iPhone again, except there's not iPhone 17. No, the camera bump is different. Right, moving on to the next one here by Tri Eagles Studio, licensed original character, Evil City series, Suit Tak Ting statue. $624. There are two versions over here, different color, releasing in June 2027. Here's the purple and dark blue, midnight blue, and here is a white version which looks really nice. I just couldn't decide which is nicer. Character design is beautiful. I love it. Like tastefully done. Just the right amount of fan service, no absurd melons on their chest, and the body proportion is beautiful. I can't decide which is better. Normally, I am not a big fan of white color, but in this case, it looks really nice. Right, moving on to the next one. This one is still early bird, very early bird. Wow, they want $100,000 for it. That's not the real price, of course. TGZW Studio, the maid's private banquet. 1x4 scale. There are two different figures over here, and I'm putting the picture of the second one on screen right now. My price prediction would be $500 to $600 each. Yeah. Knowing TGZW Studio, that would be their normal price range. They actually released a bunch of figures out there already, 1x4 scale included. I love their jewelry hunt from Street Fighter. It is really nice. Yeah, so this is a brand that has been around for some time. Moving on to the next one here, Kernairo Danmu Studio 1x6 scale Samoyed figure. Yep, also original character, $189. 1x6 scale, no release date yet. For furry lovers, of course, right? Alright, not my thing. Moving on to the next one, we are now in anime and manga characters section. First one here, Sky and Studio Fasha from Dragon Ball, $108, releasing in September. That is quite big for $108. Is that a man's or a woman's hand? I'm not sure, but still it is quite a big figure. Alright, this looks like a good purchase for Dragon Ball fans. Great value right there. 26 centimeters. This is 26 centimeters. That has to be a woman's hand because the figure looks so big. Next up over here, Freedom Studio Yoruichi Shihoin from Bleach, $177. And yeah, Oz GK is retarded enough to slap their logo on her face again. I don't know why they keep doing this every week. September release. So Jack O pose, I suppose, except it is a bit unnatural over here. You know, the way her waist is bending just to achieve this pose. I'm surprised that her spine isn't fractured yet, but this is anime we're talking about. Logic does not apply. Yeah, I have a problem with the pose. I think it is too unnatural. Some of the other figure brands, you know, they do Jack O pose of Final Fantasy characters, 2B from Nier Automata, whatever it is. The waist, the hips do not bend like that, so I'm not sure if I'm liking this one. Next up, we have Divine Domain Studio Sakura Haruno from Naruto, $195 at 1x6 scale, releasing in June. Wow, 2 months away. So if I were to see a Mega House limited Naruto figure at 100,000 yen, I would rather buy stuff like this at this point. I think her face looks good. Maybe a tad bit elongated vertically. It feels a bit to me, but still looks good. And there are other figures coming up to follow, to match with this figure. All right. Next up over here, we have a bunch, not a bunch, three Asuka figures. The first one is my favorite one from Cast Design Studio. Asuka from Evangelion, $462 at 1x4, releasing in December. Yeah, her plug suit but battle damage, apostrophe battle damage. It is torn apart. The face is a tad bit too sharp. No, did she steal Sang Jinwoo's Jin? Yeah, solo leveling where everyone has sharp chins like this. The chin is way too sharp, man. I mean, yeah, Evangelion characters, they have a relatively slim jawline, but this is a tad bit too much. Come on, man. Cast Design Studio. Adjust her chin a little bit. Okay, next up, Ateria Studio and SX Studio Asuka again from Evangelion, $386 at okay, no skill mentioned, but no release date as well. 26 centimeters tall, length is 33. 26 cm is around 1x7, right? You need to deduct the base. The base is maybe 1 or 1.5 centimeters. somewhere between 1/7 and 1/6. I would regard this to be 1/7. And that is why I kind of want it, because with motorcycle or superbike scale models like this, if you look at scale models available out there by existing brands, Maisto, Burago. Yes, I know car model brands. I know them as well. Auto Art. Who else? Right, these brands that make model cars and bikes. The choice you have when it comes to scale is 1/12, 1/10, 1/9. Rare, but there are 1/9 scale bikes out there. And then you go straight to 1/6. There is nothing available in between 1/6 and 1/9, which really sucks. Especially when I want to buy bikes for my 1/7 scale anime figures. 1/6 is too big, 1/9 is too small. Yeah. 1/9 bikes can go well with 1/8 scale figures, because anime girls, Asian girls are short. So when you put a bike next to them and the bike is slightly smaller in scale, it looks like a normal adult standing next to a motorcycle. I think can imagine that, right? So it looks fairly normal, right? Even though there is a small difference in the scale. But when the vehicle is bigger than the human character, the figure, then it starts looking really weird. And for that reason, I want a 1/7 scale bike. This is like an opportunity for me to get one. $386 though. Next up, oh come on man, BBSD Studio. Asuka and Rei from Evangelion. And obviously, they stole Firefly's armor and repainted it in their own colors. That is obviously Firefly's armor. Yeah, they are being creative, sure. This is still better than stealing artwork or using AI to modify other people's artwork. This is still better, but they are making it way too obvious how they are stealing Firefly's design. Right, $221 each and releasing in no release date again. Right, the two figures earlier are nicer when it comes to Asuka. Next up, we have Mikasa Ackerman from Attack on Titan by BBSD Studio as well. $199, no release date. And okay, she looks mad over here. I like it though. Attack on Titans is another one of those series where you should just buy third parties. The genuine figures by Goodsmart and Kotobukiya are pretty hard to find right now. Expensive in the aftermarket. Meanwhile, third parties doing great job with this series. Yeah, just buy third party. Next up, we have Makise Kurisu from Steins Gate by Blooming Studio. $175 at 1/6 scale. No release date again. Alright, it does look like Makise Kurisu. Maybe I'm looking too much into this. But, the forehead portion, the upper half of her head, does look a tad bit too long. I wonder if they should shorten it a bit. Yeah, it almost feels like underneath her hair in front, there is a huge forehead. And I know what you guys are thinking. Her opai is too big. I agree. Right? Makise Kurisu is a very slender character. She won't have too roundish opai on her chest. They increase the size again. Every third party love doing these kind of things, man. Wait. Why is the hair's color different? This is leaning towards maroon. And this is the right color. The picture before. Oh, come on. This is the right color. Why are there two pictures with slightly different colors? Oh. You're getting two different heads. Am I missing out on something? Is it like a manga or a novel and then the character Makise looks a bit different? I'm not sure. Okay, if they are giving us both, then I'm not complaining. It would really suck if the left one is what they promised and you're getting the right one in the final product. But getting both, fine. Okay, I'm moving on to the next one here. We have Your Forger from Spy Family by ZN Studio. $366 at 1/4. No release date yet. And yeah, realistic face only, so no go. Not my kind of thing. It is such a shame because the entire figure looks phenomenal. Looks great. But we only get a realistic face and no anime version to swap out. Next up over here, oh, more gooner stuff. Of course, We have them every week nowadays. Coming from Crown Studio, we have Fern from Frieren Beyond Journey's End, $278, where Fern is getting harassed by that mimic, right? Treasure box. On the expensive side, but 18 plus, justified, I guess. December release. So there isn't much I can show because this is YouTube. Go and check out the figure yourself. But moving on to the next one here. Oh yes, Dodomo Studio is back with frieren showing off her beautiful. Yeah, that's the reason why you buy this figure of frieren, isn't it? The backside. And of course, that faceplate over there. After seeing Dodomo Studio giving us that face expression from frieren, it got me thinking, how come none of the genuine brands have thought of giving us a frieren figure with an alternative faceplate that looks exactly like that? It is kind of interesting that this idea did not come across those people in Japan. And I don't think Figma of her has that face expression as well. So this could be worth looking into. The only problem is that, what do you guys think about her normal face, which I'm putting the picture on screen right now? Because I feel like her face is a tad bit too wide. So this is the thing with third parties. Sometimes they are almost there, 90% there, and that remaining 10%, they just couldn't get it right. I think if you're buying this figure for that joke face over there, good for you. Perfectly valid pre-order. But if you care about the normal face, I think the normal face is a bit off, a bit too wide. You need to narrow it down. That is starting to look like Madoka's face in some way, way too wide. I have always been a big critic of Madoka's character designs. Of course, it is subjective. It is an art style that I don't like, but I always criticized it in the past. So this reminds me of that, the normal faceplate. And also, if you buy the deluxe version, you're getting this mimic box again with her ass sticking out. And go and check out the pictures yourself, right? I couldn't show the uncensored picture, unfortunately. No pink garden for you, but very close to that. But moving on to the next one, we have another gooner figure of Frieren and Fern because people want them. By Demon Core Studio, I think this brand is also a brand that has been around for a while, right? Yep. Fern and Frieren again, $495 for a set. If you get them separately, it is $292 each. Not worth it at all. And this pair of figures, obviously you need both, right? If you get either one, then it feels like something is missing. December release. So if you get both, around just under $250 each, which is normal for a 1x6 scale figure. And this is all you get, no cast off. Moving on. Oh, this is 1x5, not 1x6, my bad. Okay, $250 each for 1x5 is good price. Moving on to the next one. This is a bust figure, which is something I normally don't care about, but this is beautiful. This is a work of art. I wouldn't mind having this at all on my desk as a display piece. Utopia Studio Reze bust figure from Chainsaw Man, $171 at 1x4. Yeah, and you can have her unpainted in white mold, but for us collectors, only the painted version matters, and her face is beautiful. So this is like her bathing in a lake, in a river or something like that with flowers on top. Very nice. I think this is how bust figures should be done, There are some bust figures out there, which is literally a head and a pair of shoulders, and maybe a bit of cleavage, and then the whole thing is stuck on the base. Nothing else. This is very nice. Okay, moving on to the next one here. We have Makima from Chainsaw Man by Dream Doll Studio. This is okay, just that I'm not quite sure what I'm looking at. What outfit is that she's wearing? Is it something from the manga which I'm not aware of because I only watched the anime? Or did she steal the outfit from a Blue Archive character? I'm not sure because there is a halo on her head somehow. Releasing in September for $195, and the face on this one actually looks fine. Looks like Makima. I have no complaints, just that detail levels are low. No, the red hair is just red all the way. The black outfit is just black all the way, not much shading. And the next Chainsaw Man figure here, this looks terrible. What Machima? Okay, by Ling Yun Studio. $496 at 1:3 scale, a doll action figure, releasing in June. And oh god, this looks like, I'm not sure what I'm looking at. The face is creepy AF. This looks like a Russian KGB spy who spent $50,000 on 69 layers of makeup and trying to seduce you in a pub so that she can extract some national secrets of your country from you. Well, if she is hot, I'm happy to give her. This looks creepy though. No. Moving on to the next one here, we have Holy Studio. Holy Studio. Noi, what's the name again? Noi Komazawa from Cosmic Princess Kaguya. Is that a game? Maybe it is. $261 releasing in September. And you know, when I first saw this figure, like, was it earlier today? Yeah, earlier today. I thought this was another Tokisaki Kurumi figure. Is this some kind of popular character from a popular game? Maybe a idol game, dancing game? I'm not sure. That no one else bothered to make a figure of because I've never heard of this title. Yeah. Yet they have such a pretty character that nobody bothered to make a figure of. Pretty weird when I think about it. Right, moving on to the next one here. Beast Studio is back. A gooner Pokemon figure a week. Every week. Nintendo has not found out about it yet. $240 for Misty with silicone implant. This is releasing in December. The face is great, you know. It really looks like Misty. The face is great over here. As long Beast Studio delivers, because Beast Studio has a mixed track record. They have the okay ones and they also have those that they mess up the face a bit. But if they are pushing out new 18 plus Pokemon figures almost every week, obviously they are getting very good reception for it. A lot of pre-orders, which is why they keep pushing out, right? It makes sense. Moving on to the next one, we are now in game character section since the Pokemon figure earlier. Scale Fall and Wing Rise Studio Ruiner No Gigante Gichinka from Monster Hunter. $482 at 1:4 December release. Monster Hunter is extremely popular, and oh, we do have an actual product picture here. Looks good, right? 45 cm. Not really my kind of figure. I'm not really into dark fantasy stuff, but nice, I guess, for Monster Hunter fans. Next up, we have XG Studio Dusk from Arc Knights, $240, releasing in December. And you know, the first time I saw this picture, I thought it was a bust figure. And then I noticed she actually does have legs over here. Now, this is going to be a hard sell because I think the existing Dusk figures by Furyu or Alter also has one, right? I think they do. Both of those are amazing already, so I'm not sure why you would pick this one over that. I suppose that it is unique in the sense that this feels like, a fictional character coming to life, you know, coming out from a painting. Hey, just like Sadako coming out from a TV screen, I guess. Something different for once. Next up over here, Qianbeng Yinggong Zhao Studio Milk from Nikkei. $175, releasing in, no release date again. But anyways, this brand is something you can trust. A brand that you can trust, I mean. Anyways, this is a brand that you can trust. They already have figures released and they look fairly fine, right? I think one of the moderators in my Discord server just asked me about this brand a few days ago, and I dug out some actual released product pictures, the final product pictures being posted by collectors themselves, and they look fine. So I would rank them around like a solid B, perfectly average. I've seen better, but they got the faces right, they got the paint right, just that detail levels are just average. So yeah, I would say it is a brand that I can recommend, right? Detail levels are something you can kind of judge based on these pictures alone. So this won't be a high detail figure. Next up over here, we have FK Studio Velvet from Goddess of Victory Nikkei. $259 at 1x6, releasing in September. So FK Studio is a new studio. Nothing is known about them. And if you tell me this is a recast, I wouldn't be surprised because I feel like I've seen this before somewhere on Twitter or X. I feel like, I don't know, right? Just a hunch of mine. So this is coming out in September. And for Nikkei characters, if you're impatient enough or if you really like this one for any reason, by all means pre-order it. But for me personally, I would wait for Good Smile or even Hobby Sakura to come out with a skill figure because Hobby Sakura is so deep into Nikkei now, it's just a matter of time before they make their own skill figures of this character. And up next over here, we have New Age Studio Crown from Goddess of Victory Nikkei, $259, available in 1x7 and 1x6. This is really weird. 1x7 is $221, 1x6 scale is $259. Why? You do 1x7 and 1x4, or maybe 1x6 and 1x4. Why 1/7 and 1/6? Did you guys recast this from someone else again? I have no idea because the face looks too good for third party. Releasing in September. The existing crown figure, that's one already released, right? By Any Gift in this hood. Not sure if I like that one. No, that one is not yet out. Almost out, I think. Not sure if I like that one. This one is nice, but I'll leave it to you to decide whether to pre-order it or not. Personally, I wouldn't buy recast stuff, but at the same time, I won't stop you from buying it, right? You have the right to choose as a consumer. Moving on to the next one here, Pink Mushroom Studio. Somebody just asked me in Discord as well, what is this brand like? I'm sorry, I don't know. A new brand as well. This is their first two figure. And the first one here is Hu Tao from Genshin Impact. Of course, you gotta get it with the Ahegao face. Oh, already included as a set. Nice. $312 releasing in September. The entire figure looks amazing. The only problem is that we don't know what the brand is like. This is so common nowadays, unfortunately. And the second figure from this brand with an even better Ahegao face, Ganyu. Releasing in September as well for $223. Both head sculpts are included. So, in my opinion, that Hu Tao figure earlier looks a lot like Hu Tao regardless of which head sculpt you display. This one barely looks like Ganyu. I would even go as far to say this does not look like Ganyu at all. If not for the horns on the head and some small signs in the character design which tells us this is Ganyu, right? Yet, at the same time, I like the Ahegao face so much that I am not ashamed to admit that I'm okay with this face this time around even though it does not really look like Ganyu at all. Moving on to the next one, Hyperion Studio Fusion Sparkle Silver Wolf from Honkai Star Rail, $310 for a set of 3. And you have that girl up there looking up at their feet, right? Feet. Low detail figure, I can tell. This is probably like slightly better than a pop-up red L, but the setup over here. All 3 girls letting you lick her feet maybe. The pose and the setup is very nice, very creative. That is what I'm trying to say. I don't lick my anime figures, come on. The pose is why I want it. And this is really cheap, man. No release date though. Alright, moving on to the next one here. This one is an early bird pre-order, no price yet. Mountain Rain Cloud Studio Kafka from Honkai Star Rail. There are 2 versions over here, low edition and high edition, which includes 2 entire separate figures. Now, I'm not sure if low edition is the one you're looking at on screen. I'm not sure. Because if that is the low edition, I would settle for that. The second figure is just a realistic face Kafka in bikini. No thank you. Right? So, this version, however, looks incredible. Look at that shiny hair over there. I love it. 1x4 scale as well. And the face looks pretty good. Yeah, but there are no details about this figure yet at the moment. Next up over here, we have Make Zero Studio Firefly from Honkai Star Rail. $278, kinda expensive for a 1/6, releasing in December. And you know, I have a problem with this Firefly. Even though she does somewhat resemble Firefly. To me, this feels like a H anime artist uh, drew the same character in his or her own art style. It looks that way to me. I'm not sure why. I think it is because of the extra big chest, extra big melons, and extra big hips over here, right? They which made her look like a character from H anime or manga. It is like a firefly that has gained a bit of weight, if it makes sense, but still hot regardless. So I'm not sure if I like this firefly. Not very accurate to the actual original character design. Next up over here, this figure blew up on Twitter, on X when I posted it, and I did not expect that to happen. And then somebody told me that it's because this is the very first ever Tendo K figure from Blue Archive, regardless of whether it is genuine or third party. The first ever. Yeah, she does look like Alice Tendo. Is it her sister or something? Let me know down in the comments below. This is by Sugar Studio, $173, which is reasonable. And she is borderline Hadaka but not castable. Sad. September release. So, I wouldn't say woke up this morning. More like sometime in the afternoon when I opened my X to update some anime figure post. And then I realized I gained like 300 new subscribers overnight. Like, what was going on? Which post was it? And then I found out it was this post. At the time of recording this video, over 4,500 likes and over 300 retweets. I don't think that has happened to any of my posts on X before. That has to be the first time. And there is another figure with a similar number, 4,500 likes and 200 plus retweets. We'll get to that in a second. So, yeah, go and pre-order it. If you really want her, go and pre-order it. I can see this one selling out right upon release. Next up, oh nice. If I posted this uncensored picture on X, could have blown up as well, but I did not. I posted a censored picture of it. I might have sabotaged myself over there. After all, X allows all these pictures, right? Might as well just post them. Spider Studio Tachibana Hikari and Tachibana Nozomi from Blue Archive. A set for $400 at 1x6. Releasing in December. This is actual Kani. Actual pink dots on their chest. Yep. 18 plus. So go and get one because Apex Toys is not going to give us these features. There is an official figure of these two characters, right, by Apex Toys already announced. Up next, we have, this is even nicer. Genius B Studio, I also posted a cropped off picture of her. I should have posted the full picture and attract some SJWs, Ryuge Kisaki from Blue Archive, you can have her with or without DLC. Of course, you buy the 18 plus version, man. $263 at 1x6. No release date yet. Face is beautiful, and Genius B Studio is a brand that has been around for some time, already released some figures. So at least, not a new brand with no track record. Beautiful face. Next up, this is the second figure that blew up on my Twitter, or X. FK Studio again, Plana Bunny Girl from Blue Archive. And there were some people who were saying this could be a recast. They don't have any proof, but no, it feels like you've seen this somewhere before. So I've no idea, but hey, 4,500 likes on this thing on my Twitter. And yes, I do like it a lot. Just that, the Hadaka figures earlier really stole the show from this Plana. Plana is literally flat, I believe, was it Italian? Which language is it? Plana means flat. No. Oh, okay. We have a release date, September. For this one, given the kind of reception I got on Twitter, pre-order it before you regret it, right? If you want her. Next up over here, okay, this is the drama of the week for third parties. It is a recast apparently, right? So, Lollyworks Studio Sukatsuki Rio. Oh yeah, Wonder Festival 2025, of course. Of course. It is so obvious, yet my brain wasn't functioning earlier. I just blindly reposted stuff. No, $197 at 1x7 December release. Yeah, this is like, I think I'm 100% certain this is a recast. So I am putting this screenshot right now on screen. This is hilarious. I posted it on Facebook on Discord, on Twitter as usual. I post them as a form of figure news. Maybe it is me making excuses when I'm trying to make some money via affiliate links. You're free to accuse me of that. And I would totally accept that accusation because nowadays gasoline is very expensive. Gotta find some ways to make extra money. Anyways, uh, OSGK sent me this message telling me it is best to take it down and they're investigating it for being a recast, which is funny. And I can only recall one other such instance the same thing has happened, and that was years ago. OSGK as well. I don't think OSGK is unaware that this is a recast. They had to take down the listing, right? I haven't refreshed this page yet. Maybe if I click the refresh button now, this listing would be error 404, right? So I've opened this listing earlier today on Friday. It was still there, and after sharing it on X or Twitter, my assumption was that yeah, it was being retweeted several times and it reached the original artist or sculptor, and he or she was not happy about it. Because I do remember this post having quite a good number of likes and shares as well, like a few hundred likes over there. So if the original sculptor saw it, I wouldn't be surprised because Twitter and X is full of artists everywhere. It is going to reach them eventually. I wouldn't be surprised. And when things like this happen, I am not the one who is taking the hit. It is OSGK who will be taking most of the hit from the original artist, most of the uproar, because they are the ones selling it, not me. I'm just kind of promoting it in a way, even though it is unethical to promote stolen stuff. So long story short, they advised me to take it down. Yeah, it is for my own good as well, because you wouldn't want haters to come over and attack you, but that is what social media is nowadays. So I took it down. I was like, no problem. I'll just take it down. No big deal. And OSGK, if you actually cared about recast figures, if it is actually a concern to you guys, you would be checking half of your inventory, man. Like every week, I see figures that are 99% certain to be recast, yet you guys never did anything. So I think they're just responding when there is an uproar. Otherwise, they would just close one eye. So yeah, don't get this one. Maybe you can't get it anymore. Maybe OSGK has taken it down by now. Moving on to the next one here from Your Whole Studio, we have Lime from Azur. YouTube is not going to like the post, so unfortunately, I have to crop out the picture with not much to show other than the face. When you have an anime character with the legs spread wide open, and even though they are wearing clothes, YouTube does not like it. And if you are unlucky enough to get a human moderator who is a SJW, they're going to restrict our video. Yes, they are going to do it. So I'm just playing it safe over here. And this is an early bird pre-order, no price, no release date yet. Another one of those Azur characters where not suspiciously, more like weirdly, there are no genuine figures yet. Moving on to the next one, Astral Spirit Studio. Borderline Hadaka Formidable from Azur. Once again, they make the melons way too big, so I don't like it. But face looks fine. $330 at 1x4 scale, and she is covered in cream or milk, apparently. Wedding cake, you throw it on someone's face, something like that. Yeah. Releasing in September. Moving up next, we have Yujai Wenxing Studio 1x3 scale Owari from Azur. Yeah, Yujai Wenxing Studios 1x3 scale dolls. 80-90% of them, I never liked them, but they sell pretty well apparently. And Owari, this thing is going to fly off the shelves, right? Two different faces. The second one, Ahegao face. So this is going to sell really well. $400 for the DX version. Single head version without Ahegao face is $347, which I would bet nobody is pre-ordering that one. Releasing in September. Moving on to the next one, more Amiaf. We have Amiaf every week because she's just a rebranded Alicia after all. Yushasha Studio, Wuthering Waves Amiaf, $314. No skill mentioned, but this should be at least 1x6. Oh, the dimensions are not provided. But anyways, I think the figure is at least 1/6, and then this is just a very fancy base. So it is no wonder that this is $300+. She looks very graceful, very classy as well. Nice. Yushasha Studio, never heard of them. Is this another new brand? Let me have a look. I hate this so much, even though it takes only a few seconds. There we go, new brand. I knew it because I haven't seen it before. Next up over here, okay. OSGK bumped this figure up their front page. I have no idea why. I believe I covered this last week, if I remembered correctly. Or was it a different brand? I can't remember anymore. Hakimi Studio Amiya from Wuthering Waves, $513 for the DX version. This one right here. The standard version is half the price, I think. Yep, this one. $259, almost half the price. Of course, if I were to get this, I would get this one, right? This is CGI render. I can't tell if I'm looking at a CGI render or an actual figure. But Hakime Studio is great. They have many figures out. And I really love their Bronya J chick. Yeah, there are user pictures out there. So this is a brand where even if they are pumping out CGI pictures, I would say rest assured, pre-order it if you want it. Next up, we have another AMF. This one is Ugly AF. By Candy Studio, there are 3 versions over here. But I just want to show you guys the face, right? December release, 1/4 scale. No. No, game over. I don't like it. In fact, if you told me this is Lacus Klein from Gundam Seed, I would have believed you. Lacus Klein in realistic face. And the last figure for this week, Grooming Studio, another brand which I can recommend, right? They have released many figures already. This is Maureen from Wuthering Waves in wedding dress, $221, releasing this September. Translucent legs. I feel like I need a Maureen figure because of her translucent or transparent legs. It looks very nice. You can have her in normal legs, but I think she is known for this pair of translucent legs. So this is what I would display the figure with. However, my favorite Maureen figure is not this one. Which one was it? Let me click on Maureen over here. Let's have a look. Yeah. Both Manbu and Miyin Studio look great. I think I like the Miyin Studio best. Yep, this one. I covered it a week or 2 weeks ago. Though they obviously stole this idea from Yvonne, the one made by Mietos. Right, so that would be all for figures on pre-order this week for genuine and third-party figures. Which one would you pre-order early? Which one would you get after release or after bargain bin? Let me know down in the comments below. Once again, do not forget to like and subscribe. And until then, thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.